It's World Suicide Prevention Day. We're joined now by Dr. Clementine Chawane, psychiatrist at Life Poortview Hospital, Life Mental Health, who will help us understand key warning signs like hopelessness, mood swings, and withdrawal, and explain how reaching out with care can make all the difference. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Help us understand the importance of this particular day, World Suicide Prevention Day.
Hi, Alicia, and hello, everyone. Well, we celebrate the World Suicide Prevention Day every year on the 10th of September, and the reason being that we want to destigmatize the issues around suicide. And so that's why we are doing it, is to try and demystify and bring awareness when it comes to suicide prevention.
Just how widespread is suicide? I mean, how concerned are you about just the levels of the incidents that we are seeing, particularly in South Africa, especially when you look at teenage suicide?
Yeah, so the rate of suicide amongst teenagers and also men, it is increasing in South Africa. We still believe that there is a lot of underreporting of suicide because of the crime scene that is involved in it, but it is on a rise, and it is on an alarming rise. So it is of a big concern, and it's important that we talk about it to try and see if we can bring the numbers down and hopefully prevent it completely.
How does, when we look at, suicide, it remains a taboo subject from a psychiatric perspective. Yeah. How can, we end the silence around this particular matter? What should we be framing this to?
Yeah, so it is true that it is viewed as a taboo. People just see it as a sign of weakness, and that is attention seeking. So we are calling it everything but what it is, and that is that someone is suffering and someone is in need of help. Naturally, we are born with the instinct to survive. And so if death faced us, most of us would run away from it. So for someone to want to die is actually unnatural, and it means that there is something wrong with them, or that they are not coping and they just need some assistance. And if we can lend a ear or a shoulder, we can be able to help somebody navigate a difficult time that they might be going through, leading them to feel that the only way out is through suicide.
And beyond immediate support, what kinds of professional help and treatment options are available? Just yesterday, or in fact, in the early hours of this morning, we were also reporting about a constable who held his family hostage. It ended in a murder, and of course, with the constable also taking his own life.
Yeah, that is very sad. And, so the main aim is to prevent a crisis. So we see suicide as some form of crisis, meaning that someone has ignored the warning signs, whether it is the person who's struggling with the suicide ideations themselves, or the loved ones who are also noticing that there is something wrong with them. So the main aim is to try and prevent suicide. And so we encourage that anyone who is struggling must seek help as soon as possible. We have help in the local clinics, the local GPs, and we do have psychiatric hospitals that are able to help those that feel they can't trust themselves, or those that feel overwhelmed, whether it's in private sector and public sector. And Life Health does offer those emergency admission for those in crisis and don't have time to wait to see a psychiatrist who might be fully booked, or a GP that might only be available the next day. So we do have emergency services that can help someone in crisis.
Absolutely. Dr. Chawane, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Dr. Clementine Chawane is a psychiatrist speaking to us there around World Suicide Prevention Day.